What's up everybody, it's Shane here from Waiting to Be Seen, and I'm so glad that you're here for this week's Vlogstock Friday. It's been a little bit busy for me. I've already been to the gym and pushed out some leg day workout. There's that. I've been into the office because we're shooting this great new series for LifeSource, which is pretty cool, and you know, just currently uploading that. I finally made it home and it's left me thinking, today might be a good day for you to stick around. I'm gonna waffle on a little bit, I promise, it will be just a little bit, about movies, about some of the themes that are in movies, why they kind of resonate with us, why we like that stuff. If it sounds like something you're interested in, you're gonna want to stick around for today's Vlogstock Friday. Let's roll the title sequence, people.
This is how we do it.
Themes is something that connects with everybody. It's the heart of a story. It's the moral of a story. Plato, I think it was, said that those who tell stories rule society. Even he recognized that there's such power that comes with storytelling, and cinema in our modern day and age is the great storyteller because it's so visual, and our brains process visuals so much quicker. I love it. And so being able to just have a bit of a vlog this week, a bit of a think about some of the themes that can be communicated to us because of a film is just, I think it's something worth talking about. From a thematic point of view, I think that this is a really grand narrative. That's why I like it. And the film I'm talking about is Les Misérables. It's in multiple languages, it's in multiple formats. So film, television, book, theatre, it's been all over the place. And why is it that this particular story continues to resonate with people so long after it was written? It's because of the themes that are listed in there. Great cinema treats the audience with respect. It doesn't treat you or me as though we're dumb and we're not going to understand what you're talking about. Great film, great story doesn't need to do that. You get it. You understand the moral of the story because it's at the heart of the whole story, the whole illustration. For example, back to Les Misérables, some of the themes that are really prevalent in that are forgiveness, grace, identity. There's so many amazing themes. Those are just three of them. Just in case you've never seen it, if you happen to be one of the few people that don't know Les Misérables story at all, let me break it down for you. You've got a thief, gets transformed by an act of kindness, a random act of kindness by a priest. He then pays that forward and continues to pay that forward, even though from a legal standpoint, he did wrong. There's then the opposite character, the captain, who is a legalist, like almost fanatical about the law and adherence to the law. And so you've got this dichotomy between somebody that's been affected by this undeserved favor, really, and somebody that's trying to apply a strict legal framework to everything. And so there's this play. So we have it with Jean Valjean. He comes in, he's welcomed in by a priest, right, to stay overnight, and he looks around and of course sees all of this lovely stuff and says, man, I can take all of these lovely bits of silver because that'll help me, and takes it, leaves in the middle of the night. He gets caught. The police down the way, they're like, hey, we know who this belongs to. They bring him back. Here's all of the stuff that he stole from you. He's going to be punished. The priest sees this amazing opportunity to show a random act of kindness, and that's what changes it shreds Jean Valjean's framework, his worldview, completely turns it upside down. Compare that to the life that the captain of the police has been leading, the inspector. He's somebody that is fanatical about the law. He doesn't allow for possible shades of grey. He's very much, no, this is the law and we must adhere to it strictly. There's no room for mercy. There's no room for grace. The law is the law and it must be upheld. And so then you have a clashing of these worldviews. And I find that really interesting from a thematic point of view, that grace, it does win in the story. It wins out. The inspector, he knows it. In a mental way, by the end of the film, spoiler alert, he knows that this is correct. That there ought to be a place for grace. But he has built his entire life on this fanatical foundation. And because that foundation now, what has been the bedrock of his very identity, has been pulled out from him, he commits suicide. I find that really heartbreaking. I just finished watching the HBO documentary on the life of Robin Williams, and that was a really amazing and eye-opening kind of walk through his life, while not strict and stringent and, you know, on that fanatical side of legalism. The truth of the matter is that with Robin Williams, he found his identity, his very purpose, the bedrock of his existence was his capacity to make people laugh. Because of the Parkinson's that he got, he decided, my bedrock is gone, and so I'm going to end my life. This is the power of story. This is the power of media. This is the power of cinema, to be able to connect with themes of various kinds. It can be light and jovial and fun and exciting, but it can also then be so deep, so soul searching, you know. And that's one of the reasons personally that I think Les Misérables has been a story that keeps coming around and around, and it's because it does explore some of these deeper level themes of human existence. And so for this week's Vlogstock Friday, I want you to be able to walk away and to have a think about some of your favorite films. Why are they your favorite films? One of my favorite films of all time is Braveheart. As historically inaccurate as the film is, another one of my favorite films of all time would be the film Amelie. I think it was week 3 that I talked about The Dark Knight, because that is one of my favorite films. So there's a couple of illustrations of my favorite films. I'm not going to bore you with a massive list. What I'd love though is perhaps for you guys to comment below. Give me some of your favorite films and why. Thematically, have a think. If you've never thought about why you loved a film, this is what this week's vlog is about. That's the power of story. Thank you so much for stopping by this week, for just letting me have a bit of a waffle about themes in cinema, in story, and the influence that has on us as humans, as people. And if you've enjoyed today's story, then please click the like button down below. Let me know that it's meant something to you, that it's connected with you in some way. I'm making these vlogs and I enjoy the process. You know, this one is just having a bit of a conversation about a theme, about cinema and theme and story. Last week I was talking about music. The week before I did a tutorial. That is what I love about vlogs. I love that it can be so diverse. And so if you enjoy the diversity that I get to share for Waiting to Be Seen, then please consider subscribing to our channel if you've not already done so. Click on the big red button down below, click on the notification bell so you can find out as soon as all of our tasty goodness drops, and that would be fantastic. We'd love to have you along for this journey. Thanks so much for stopping by for Vlogstock Friday. This has been Shane for Waiting to Be Seen, and we will see you next week.
That's gonna leave a mark.
What?